Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing WWE Money in the Bank 2020. We start with the pre-show match, Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. Overall, this match was quite long-winded, very slow pace, and overall just not that good, to be honest. Hardy got the victory in the end with the Swanton Bomb, which was very nice, but overall I thought the match was a bit trash. Going to give it a 1.75 out of 5. Sorry, both guys are really good, but it just did not click to me, to be honest. And then we move straight to the main show, which kicked off with the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The New Day versus the Forgotten Sons versus Lucha House Party versus John Morrison and The Miz. Matt Elite went for a springboard splash on Big E, who rolled through and slammed him with a big ending to score the win. Overall, I actually really enjoyed this. This match was pretty good. I'm going to give it a 3.25 out of 5. There was a lot of nice spots in the match. Had a good pace to it. I could have done without the New Day keeping the Tag Team Championships, but hey ho, does it really matter? Then they plugged the Undertaker The Last Ride documentary series on the WWE Network. Honestly, check it out. It was really good. There's 5 parts. I'm going to be doing my live reactions to every single part. My Money in the Bank reactions has the first part's reactions. But yes, then we move swiftly on to Lacey Evans having an interview earlier that week. She said she's memorised the entire WWE headquarters layout and she's ready to climb the roof of Titan Towers and capture the briefcase for the title shot anytime she wants. The woman's right is ready for you anytime she wants. It was alright. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Then Drew McIntyre had one. He said he's not going to lose tonight. He's going to close Seth's mouth and break his jaw. 6 out of 10. I like McIntyre. Very, very good. Then we have R-Truth versus MVP. R-Truth comes out doing his microphone work and pretending that there's a crowd was there, which was brilliant. MVP came out. They back and forth argued before they could lock up. Bobby Lashley came out. He was dressed to wrestle. He told MVP he's got the match and he can take the night off. MVP said, that's what's up. Truth said he was going to take the night off too, but Lashley didn't want to hear it. Truth tried to get away but got caught in the corner, beaten down. In the end, we had one of the... Whoa, that spear. Spear to end it. It was not a very good spear. Yeah. We had Bobby Lashley. Lashley worked a very aggressive, annoyed style, which really worked for Lashley, but overall the match was... It was a squash match. I don't rate squash matches, but with it being on a pay-per-view, I'm kind of going to have to. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. I hate rating squash matches, but yeah. Then we have Baron Corbin bragging about he's beaten everyone down in recent weeks and he's going to become King Money in the Bank. 4 out of 10. Then Bayley and Sasha Banks walking in the back, going towards the match, but then they talk about how Sasha was unsuccessful attempting to neutralise Lacey Evans, leading to Bayley being pinned. When asked if Bayley blamed Banks, Banks said she didn't blame anyone and that they were just stirring the pot. 4 out of 10. We have this match. Tamina goes in the ring and Bayley gets her in a crucifix and scores the pin. Tamina tried to hit a Samoan drop on Bayley, but Sasha nailed a shot block to save her. Overall, the match was better than I was anticipating. I'm not going to lie. I had no expectations going into this match. But overall, this was not a good match. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. And that's being quite generous, to be honest. Then Seth Rollins has a backstage interview. Said he will unburden Drew McIntyre when he takes the WWE title from him. Drew knows what he's capable of and knows deep down in the heart that Rollins' destiny to beat him. 2 out of 10. It's the same shit that we keep hearing on a week by week basis, and it's just getting really annoying now. Then we have Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. Sweater wearing Bray Wyatt, not Fiend. Then Braun dominates for a very long time. Bray goes over the announce table. We have a big back and forth match. Braun is tossed into the ring. He gets kicked down to the floor after that. He rose up wearing the black sheep mask. Bray acted like he'd found the old Braun again. Maybe if this didn't move, I could tell you. Told him all this time everything will be perfect. Braun drops to his knees in front of Bray. They embrace. All the puppets celebrate. And like he's home again. He takes the mask off and is just like, yeah, I'm going to destroy you. Power slam pinned him. This is clearly setting up to the Fiend facing Braun facing the Fiend later. Overall, the match was, I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. It was fairly average, much better than his Goldberg match, that's all I can say. Then the hacker appeared. He says they want to know who he is. He sees everything and sees everyone. He hears everything. The truth. He is the truth and no one is safe. The camera pulled back to him watching endless screens of different WWE performers being spied upon. Fucking hell. Why did he not reveal himself? We got teased this and I'm annoyed at the fact he did not reveal himself. I guess we're carrying this on for a bit longer. Fantastic. I'm just not even going to give it a rating. I'm just so annoyed about that. We then have it announced that on the 14th of June we're having WWE Backlash, so it's a 5-week build, so that's nice. We then have Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Claymore, 3 count. Drew McIntyre retains. 2.75 out of 5. It overall wasn't that great. Drew told Seth he was exactly what Drew needed. He told him he was the man, but not tonight. He dared Seth to show the world he really was a leader and to shake his hand. Seth finally did so. Drew thanked him and walked off, leaving Seth in the ring. That was nice. And then moving swiftly on to our main. Oh, just before that, R-Truth is sad. Charlie tries to interview him. He said that he beat MVP tonight and he should be on cloud 9. He has no one to celebrate with, showing a photo of the WWE 24/7 title. He said it's time for him to get his baby back. He's going to track down Tom Brady and take his title. Charlie looked at the camera and said, Tom Brady, he means Rob Gronkowski. Oh, R-Truth, you and your silly, silly mix-ups. 7 out of 10, I love R-Truth. Then we go to our main event of the evening. The women are starting in the lobby. The men are in the gym. Not going to go through everything, but we'll go through a few little highlights. Styles gets trapped under a barbell. Asuka somehow ends up on like a sign just above the balcony and then jumps off, taking everyone out and dances to the elevator. There's dramatic music playing for this, no commentary. First thing is Ray stops in a bathroom, toilet's flushed, and then it's Brother Love. He told Ray he loved him and Ray said, I love you too, but I gotta go, and ran off. It was quite funny. Loads of brawls. Then they go to like the thing that had like the ropes thing. Corbin got tied up it and Doink the Clown peered from behind the chair. Didn't look like Doink the Clown. It was an awful look of the Doink the Clown. I didn't like it. Oh, this has got to be one of the best, second best parts of this. They go into the conference room, the Money in the Bank conference room. Shayna got taken down. Nia got hit by a chair by Dana. Dana saw a briefcase hanging over the table. She removed it. She's like, yes, I won. Stephanie walked in and told her it's the Money in the Bank conference room and the real briefcase is on the roof. Carmella nailed Dana with a picture frame and moonwalked out of the room. That was brilliant. Then we see AJ looking down a hallway for Rey Mysterio. The Undertaker's music plays when he opened a door. Styles had a flashback to the Boneyard match. He said, no way. Tried to back out the room. Aleister Black knocked him in there and AJ was like, no. Then we go to Paul Heyman eating a sandwich with loads of food around. Everyone ran in. Dana ran in with a picture frame still around her head. Otis called a food fight, smashed a plate of food into Heyman's face. Everyone looked stunned. Big food fight. That was very, very funny. Nia powerbombed Carmella through a table. Otis ends up in the cafeteria serving pies. John Laurinaitis shows up on an electric scooter and says, "People power!" And Otis pies him in the face. Absolutely brilliant. Janitor's mopping the floor. Asuka shows up, trying to get directions to the roof in Japanese. Other women follow Asuka, threw the mop at them. Dana Brooke, at the end, comes in and slides on her ass. That was very good. Now we get to the best moment of this. Styles and Bryan battle into a room which turns out to be Vince McMahon's office. Vince was standing there, stood up, while his theme song was playing, because of course. They stopped, looked at him, he yelled at them to get out. They fixed a couple of chairs that they moved, and then left. Styles told Bryan that he was acting like a coward. Bryan said he's the one who put the chairs back. They agreed, and then they continued to fight. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. But this is where we get to the downfall of this Money in the Bank match. The women get to the roof. Baron Corbin gets to the roof. Baron Corbin tries to grab the briefcase. Asuka slaps him and kicks him off. She wins the women's Money in the Bank briefcase. Fantastic. Good job, Asuka. I like Asuka. And then the men all get to the roof. Ray comes outside, gets tossed off the roof. Then Aleister Black gets tossed off the roof by Corbin. That's homicide. That is murder, Baron Corbin. Styles and Corbin are battling on the top of the ladder. They remove it but continue to battle over it. Elias shows up, nails Corbin with a guitar. Styles fumbles a cage and it lands in the hands of Otis. And then, yeah, Otis is your Mr. Money in the Bank. You know what? I wasn't expecting Otis, but I'm happy that Otis won. Why not? I mean, this was an entertaining Money in the Bank match. The only thing that kind of let it down for me is they just seem to have rushed the end of the match. It's like the women get up there, 2 minutes later Asuka won, the men get up there, 3 minutes later they've won. It was just like that. Overall, they just seemed to kind of rush through the end, which kind of did let it down. With that being said, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Overall, it was a very entertaining Money in the Bank match. Unlikely winner in Otis, but hey-ho. I like Otis. Let's see what you're going to do with this. I swear to God, if he's going to lose it, or you're just going to make him cash in and lose, I will be annoyed because, come on, don't do that again. And Asuka, yeah, I'd like Asuka winning the Women's Championship back. And I will just clarify right now for you, if you didn't know, Asuka has to cash in on Becky Lynch and Otis has to cash in on Braun Strowman. Because Asuka's on Raw and Otis is on SmackDown. You have to cash in on your brand's wrestler. You can't just pick or go after any of them, which I think would make a better dynamic if you could just show up at any show and cash in. But hey ho, I don't book WWE. But that has been my review of WWE Money in the Bank 2020, and overall it was slightly disappointing. I'm going to give the show a 5 out of 10. There was a good couple of matches, but the women's match was shite. The pre-show match was near. The tag match was actually pretty good. The Lashley and R-Truth match, the two Tom matches, it wasn't overall the greatest of shows. To be fair, I think the Money in the Bank and the tag match saved this from being a complete flop in my opinion. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please smash that like button, share and subscribe, and I shall catch you all later. Boy.